How do you wrap up over a decade of life? How do you decide to leave a place that you've grown to love? A place where you yourself have grown? 5 jobs, 2 long-term relationships, 4 apartments, a dog I loved, countless friendships, and all the little pieces of a life built over time. San Francisco is where I learned to be an adult. I've had some of my best and some of my worst moments here. I love the city, but how do you really say goodbye? This wasn't just an apartment. It was my sanctuary, a place that held me through breakups, career changes, late-night creative sparks, and quiet Sunday mornings.
This is my home. This is my San Francisco home that I've made my own for several years now. I've painted the walls and decorated. I've made that art piece in the background. This is where I work out. This is where I just relax and play guitar. This is where I've made dedication walls to my dog Zeke, who passed away. And it's also where I display all of my memories. I'm a little sad to be leaving it. It's kind of a whirlwind.
It's strange how much a space becomes a part of you. Even now, with everything half packed, I feel like this is home. It wasn't just the walls that felt like home. It's the streets that I walked every day, the parks that I would wander through, the hills I would hike up just to bring home groceries. The city was my backdrop for so many seasons of life. The late nights out with friends, the early mornings when the fog covered everything, the feeling that no matter what was happening, San Francisco was always there. This is where I learned how to be an adult. This is where I learned how to start over, and where eventually I learned how to let go. When I told people I was leaving, I got all kinds of reactions. The people who really didn't know me got me all wrong.
Good for you. Go party in different cities.
I don't party that much.
Eat, pray, love, huh?
This isn't about self-discovery. Some of my friends respond with sadness.
Marie, don't leave us.
Are you serious?
And then there are the people that have known me for years. The people who, on hearing this, weren't surprised at all.
So happy you're finally following your dream.
Fuck yeah, about time.
Some people thought I was trying to find myself, thought I was running away. But the truth is, I already know who I am. It's not about escaping anything. It's about finally honoring who I am and what I love. There's 3 things that I've always been passionate about: music, nature, and travel. San Francisco gave me the first 2. But the third part, the part I'd been putting off, was finally giving myself permission to explore the rest of the world. Before I could say goodbye, I had to do all the things that made this place feel like mine, and all the things that made me feel like me. I went to as many concerts as I could, because I knew it might be a long time before I'd see US bands live. I played my guitar every chance I got, learning new covers, singing in my living room. I usually play almost every day, and knew that if I was living life on the road, it was going to be one of the things I couldn't really take with me. I spent as much time in nature as I could, hiking on the trails I love, going on adventures, sailing the bay one last time, and even going ghost hunting with friends. I ate at old favorites and finally tried the places I've been meaning to try for years. And I made time for the people who shaped this chapter. I visited family, and I had family visit me.
This weekend, my parents visited me for the first time in over 7 or 8 years. They know that I'm leaving the country, and it was just nice to finally have them visit. I don't know, like a slight wave of sadness hit me because there's a realization that I am leaving and I'm not sure when I'm coming back. And they're getting older. Just grateful that I got to spend time with them.
It was a lot. The packing, the logistics, the goodbyes. I want to leave knowing that I didn't take any of it for granted, and to remember that even before I decided to go nomad, I was already an explorer. And then, one day, I did the thing that made it real. I did it. I just booked my flight to Barcelona, so I guess it's official. I am leaving San Francisco, and it's a little bit more expensive than I'd expected, but I guess that's what you get for booking a little under 2 months in advance. But it's official. That's when everything started moving faster. Little by little, I took apart the life that I built here.
2 weeks left before I'm moving out of this apartment. Today I've got somebody picking up this table behind me, which I have to take apart now, and then also my couch, which is awesome because I finally get my furniture out of the apartment, things are moving along. And I'm also a little bit sad because I've got 2 weeks where I actually work from home and now I have literally nowhere to sit and work. So we're gonna have to figure that out, but yeah, things are moving along.
It was exciting, overwhelming, and kind of ridiculous, living out of boxes and working from the floor. But the hardest part wasn't the logistics. It was deciding what to keep.
The sentimental things. So these are my dogs. Zeke, the big boy on the right in both photos, was my puppy and he passed away a couple years ago. The golden mix was my parents' dog, and the Aussie was my brother's dog, and they all passed. So I've kept photos of them in my home, and they're just one of the things that made my home feel like home, and it always just makes me happy to see them. I miss them. It's one of the things I can't get rid of. It's everything else, the furniture, my couch, my kitchen stuff I don't care about, but the photos, the prints that I took of my travels, the artwork, those are things that I care about. My instruments, my guitars, only keeping things of sentimental value. And it's tough to take them off all of my walls right now because I worked really hard to make this apartment my home and really feel like mine and show my personality and really just display all the things that I love. And it's exciting to move, but it's also sad to, I don't know, to wrap up this part of my life. It's bittersweet right now, so.
That's when it finally sank in. I was really leaving. By the end, I was tired in a way I didn't expect. Tired from packing, the constant logistics, and all the goodbyes. I am exhausted. I'm down to the wire. I've got a couple weeks left before I move to Barcelona, and between trying to sort through all of my things of what I should pack for the trip, what to sell, what to donate, trying to deal with people come into my apartment to get my furniture, and then trying to be a good friend and see all the friends and all the family that I won't see for a year or more, trying to fit everybody in. It's just, gosh, it's overwhelming really right now. Life's really exciting once I get to the other side of it, but I'm just so tired. I've had my brother in town for a little bit. I had my parents in town for a little bit because I won't see them for a while. Every day, every other day, I'm meeting up with another friend to see before leaving, and I feel a mix of like happy and grateful to have met so many people in my life that I've made deep connections with. And also the introvert in me is like, I'm pooped. There's a part of me that's sad to be leaving all these people, but there's also part of me that's the introvert side that's excited to go to a city where literally nobody knows me and I can just exist. I don't have to be social for a little bit, but I am grateful for my friends. I'm happy that I can catch up with them before I leave. It just, God, I've had as much social interaction within the last month as I would personally like for like 6 months. So looking forward to going to a city where nobody knows me and I can hide. It was a lot, but it felt right. Sometimes the best way to honor a place you love is to finally let it go.
Goodbye, San Francisco.